Hello! Today I'm going to be doing a redraw of this drawing from when I was around, I think, 11. Um, it looks very good, I know. I don't really know what my inspiration was at the time, but it's a girl with funky bangs and space buns. Also, my nails are kind of crusty. I haven't repainted them since my first video. So I decided to use gouache. The original was done with watercolored pencils, but I thought that I didn't have any watercolor pencils anymore, but I actually did. I guess I just forgot about them, so that's a bummer, but yeah, I used gouache. I haven't really used gouache that much. I'm using some very cheapy gouache. It's a Master's Touch. So I don't really know. I haven't used them much, so I don't have my go-to colors yet, and so I don't really know how I like to mix the skin tones and things like that. So it started out way too yellow at first. I mixed way too much yellow. But I kind of watered it down and it was a little nicer. I don't really have any reason why I chose this drawing to redraw. I think I just like picking my goofiest looking drawings to redraw because it's really fun to see the improvement. I really like doing redraws, so I'll probably do a lot more videos of those. I have a lot of drawings that I'd like to redraw, so that'll be fun. I've been thinking about maybe doing some videos where I look through my old sketchbooks. I don't know what one I would start out with though, because I feel like my first one is just a little too boring. But I think those would be some fun videos to make. I have a lot of sketchbooks actually that I could maybe go through. So I'd probably have to have those videos very spread out. This sketch honestly really isn't my favorite. The face, it just doesn't feel right. Something about it doesn't feel like my style, and so I'm kind of sad about that because it's supposed to be a redraw and it's supposed to show where I am now, but every time I look at it, it looks so off. It doesn't look right. I feel like this isn't how I draw faces, but I struggled so much trying to draw the face and even paint the face. I had to redraw the right, I think it's the right eye so many times, and eventually I had to just kind of give up and just settle on one of them because it wasn't gonna get any better. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed about that. It just doesn't feel like my style. It feels really weird and strange. So I have two lights in my setup, and I moved one of them, the one on the left, a little too far, and so it's making it so the other one is casting a shadow with my hand, and I didn't notice it throughout the whole time I was filming, but I guess, I'll learn from it. I haven't been liking the way the desk looks in the background. I hate how yellow and like orange it looks. It looks really ugly. So I'm thinking I might try out like getting like a poster board, like the thin poster boards from the Dollar Tree, and just put it over my desk. Yeah, I think that would look a lot nicer. I made the hand a little too big. I feel like I'm pretty decent at drawing hands on their own, but once I need to like actually attach it to someone, like I can never get the size right. But so it's a lot easier when I'm doing digital art because I can like resize it. But with traditional, the hands always end up just a little bit too big. But I don't know, like the hand like normally looks just a little too good to erase it, so I just have to leave them with big hands, or else I'm not gonna be able to draw it again. I had to go over the washes a couple times. I feel like whenever I use like watercolors, I know these aren't watercolors, it's gouache, but I'm using it like watercolors. I feel like whenever I use watercolors, it always turns out very pale. Like no matter how many layers I put like down, it's just like always so pale. I don't know if it has anything to do with like the watercolors I'm using, or I don't know, just how I'm using them. Like I layer them a lot, but I don't know, like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I never really like how my watercolor paintings end up turning out, because I like them to be vibrant. I don't want them to look so pale and washed out. And it doesn't even like look like a style choice or anything. Like it just looks washed out and ugly. But I kind of fix it a little bit towards the end. It looks a little better on camera than it does in real life. Like I think it looks just the slightest bit more vibrant, but I don't know. I struggled a lot with the eyes because, again, it didn't really feel like how I normally draw. So I wasn't too sure how to go about doing the eyes. I'm kind of sad that the eyes didn't turn out the same blue as in the original. I was just kind of scared to go too dark. But I don't know, I really like the blue. in the original. I never really do that color for eyes. I think they look kind of pretty. I noticed the green on her shirt in the original was more green. Excuse me? Was more yellow? Sorry. So I went over with, I like mixed a little bit more yellow into it and just went over the shirt again. But honestly, I think I like how it looked a lot more before. I kind of liked it a little less yellow, but it still looks fine. Instead of having just a plain white background, I decided to use some of the purple, and I just did a light wash of that and kind of blended it out into like the white, and I think that looks pretty nice. And I went over with a paint marker to add some little details and to also define the flowers a little bit more. Add some highlights in her hair. And then I also used another paint marker to add some flowers in the background because I still thought it needed some sort of pop. And she's done! I think. Hopefully I improved since I was 11. Hopefully that one's not any better. I would hope not.